Hello friends, in today's chess video we are going to learn a brilliant chess trap, which is very rare and very few players know about it. Let's dive in. We start with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6 and bishop c4. The most of the games are played like this. Here most of the players play knight f6 or bishop c5. But today we play a brilliant move pawn f5 which is known as rousseau gambit. In this gambit white will lose in all lines. Here we have knight c3, pawn d3 and e times f5. We will look all lines one by one. First see what if white plays knight c3. It is the most fastest way to defeat white. We capture the e4 pawn attacking the knight. So white has to capture it. After white captures, we simply play pawn d5 attacking the knight bishop at the same time. Here we can simply grab a material. Let's look at the another line. What if white captures here? After white captures we simply play pawn e4 attacking the knight. And surprisingly, white found that he does not have a good square to place his knight. As these two squares are covered by our queen and this square is covered by our knight. And going back will not be comfortable for white, hence he tries queen e2 pinning our pawn. But we unpin our pawn by playing queen e7 again, allowing our pawn to grab the knight. Here white has only option to take back his knight. After that we simply play knight f6 defending our pawn and also allowing to play pawn d5 in next move. According to Lichess database most of the players prefers to play pawn d3. As this pawn is annoying for white as this pawn is stopping to develop his knight. Hence he tried to trade this pawn. But we don't trade and just play knight d4 attacking the queen and threatening to fork at the same time. The white has to defend the fork and has to play queen d1 or d2. No matter what white plays we simply sacrifice our knight giving check to the king and attacking the rook at the same time. Here white has to capture our knight, otherwise he will lose his rook. But after capture we simply play pawn d3 attacking the queen and giving check to the king. Here we will simply win the queen. Now let's see what if white plays pawn d3. We play bishop c5 developing our bishop. White plays knight g5 to fork on f7 square. But we ignore this and play pawn f4. The white simply plays knight f7 forking the king and rook. But we simply play queen h4 threatening to checkmate. The white here castles to defend his checkmate. We play knight f6 to add our knight in attack. The white gets greedy and captures the rook. We simply play knight g4 threatening to checkmate on h2 and also adding a one more attack on f2 square. The white has to protect his quite checkmate. Hence he played pawn h3 to defend his checkmate. Here we capture the f2 pawn from our knight. Here we are threatening to capture the h3 pawn on next move which will lead to checkmate. The white has to give up his rook. After white captures we recapture from our queen giving check to the king. The king goes in corner. And after that we play a very brilliant move pawn f3 which is destroying all the white's position. We are threatening checkmate on g2 square on next move. So he has to capture our pawn. But after capture we play pawn d5 attacking the bishop and also opening the diagonal for our bishop to join the game at the same time. White has to protect his bishop and after that we simply grab the h3 pawn by our bishop. Now we are threatening to checkmate in all directions. Here the checkmate is unstoppable. Watch my this video to learn more this type of traps and subscribe me for more traps.